These soldiers undergo specialized training to successfully defeat the enemy in the most difficult environments. Right now, they continue to liberate their land. This is the story of the 128th Separate Mountain Assault Brigade. The unit faced the onset of the full-scale invasion in central Ukraine, enduring rocket attacks, but they swiftly moved to confront the enemy near Zaporizhzhia. Within a few days, news spread about the brigade's fighters. Here, they had captured the latest Russian 6C8 high-precision 12.7mm sniper rifle. And here, they managed to apprehend a Russian lieutenant colonel who headed up an information and psychological countermeasures group. The Russians even deployed an aircraft to rescue him, but were not successful. And later, one of the 128th Brigade soldiers made headlines worldwide.
They gave me 1 javelin and 3 missiles. They made it clear that if I didn't achieve any results upon firing them, they would take them away.
A whole column of Russian armored vehicles approached this soldier's position near Enerhodar. First, he eliminated their tank, followed by an infantry fighting vehicle and an anti-aircraft gun. With backup missiles, Alexander destroyed 2 more armored vehicles and an armored personnel carrier. As the Wall Street Journal reported later, no one had ever blown up 6 targets in one day with a javelin before him. However, the 128th Brigade's engagement in the full-scale war was not its first battle. This year marks its 101st anniversary. After Ukraine regained its independence, the commander of the 128th Brigade became the first military officer at this level to declare support for Ukrainian statehood. Following the start of the hybrid war with Russia, the unit excelled in the battles for Luhansk Airport, Severodonetsk, Rubizhne, Lysychansk, and Debaltseve. The brigade celebrated its 99th anniversary in Mariupol, now known for the tragic events that happened there, where they unfurled a 128-meter-long flag of Ukraine. But despite all their combat experience, the full-scale invasion presented an unprecedented challenge for the brigade. At the onset, enemy aviation posed a significant threat.
It was an entirely new challenge, but we swiftly learned how to fend off enemy aviation. Near Kyiv, the brigade shot down 5 aircraft and 2 helicopters.
In addition to defending the capital, the brigade's fighters held positions near Zaporizhzhia. They actively participated in the liberation of Kherson and engaged in intense battles in some of the war's hottest areas, Bakhmut and Soledar.
The Russians came wave after wave. They seemed to be drugged up or something. Oblivious to their surroundings, they were just pushing forward. No sane person would crawl across a field littered with the corpses of their comrades and use them as cover to advance further. They seemed like real-life zombies.
The 128th Brigade is now actively participating in the counteroffensive near Zaporizhzhia. In the summer, they liberated the strategically important village of Pyatikhatki. However, this required real heroism. This is how the commander of the 128th Brigade recalled his comrades' actions.
Alexander's unit was moving in an infantry fighting vehicle. When approaching the enemy positions, they dismounted and advanced towards the trench. They immediately faced resistance: small arms, machine guns, and artillery. One shell landed so close that 5 out of 9 infantrymen were wounded, including Alexander himself. Fueled by adrenaline, he didn't even realize how serious his injury was. He picked up 4 soldiers who were not injured, went into the trenches, and cleared them. In doing so, he was wounded again, this time in the arm by a machine gunner, and then again, but the bullet went straight through. Even with these injuries, he completed the assignment and seized the position. and then he evacuated the wounded soldiers, making a makeshift brace for himself from tourniquets and his assault rifle. This is a true example of an unbreakable spirit. He understood that the success of other missions depended upon his accomplishment of the assignment, and he achieved it.
Eventually, Pyatikhatki was liberated. The 128th Brigade has been repeatedly recognized by President Zelenskyy for its numerous heroic actions.
I extend my gratitude to the soldiers of the 128th Separate Mountain Assault Brigade for liberating several settlements and their exceptional efforts in neutralizing the enemy's activities. You are real heroes, guys.
Among the important success factors of these soldiers is rigorous training, closely simulating combat conditions. For this purpose, the brigade has a special obstacle course where physical condition, mental fitness, weapon proficiency, first aid skills, and even climbing abilities are tested. The entire process is recorded using GoPro cameras and drones, and then a detailed analysis of each soldier's actions is made. Some elements of training are practiced with paintball and even laser tag. Those who successfully complete all the tests are awarded a unique distinction, a Mountain Stormtrooper Beret. The motto of the 128th Brigade is Lem My, which means no one but us. The soldiers of the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade continue their fight against the enemy, vowing to stop only when they have liberated all their land.